Hello, everyone. Welcome to Shino's Arsenal. This is the very first watch along for this season, and you guys couldn't have picked a better one. Arsenal are back in the Champions League, and so you guys have been asking for this for a long time. So, enjoy. Obviously, watch alongs are stressful for me because I'm not a great watcher, but you guys ask for things, and so I try to get you guys what you want. We are going to talk about the lineup. The lineup is now out. As you can see, it is on the right-hand side. And so we're going to go through it. Obviously, a big topic of conversation over the next couple of weeks will probably be mostly about the goalkeeper situation at Arsenal. It's something that I think, Arteta does genuinely want to innovate and make more competitive at the club. But obviously, the underlying conversation, especially from a media standpoint, will always be who is the number one and who is being dropped. And I personally am a little bit surprised that Ramsdale has not come back in for this game because I thought, one, maybe he should be rewarded for getting us to the Champions League. And two, I expected Raya to start against Spurs. So maybe you give Ramsdale the Champions League and you give David Raya the Premier League. But it could be the case that Raya is just going to get a run of games. And that is what Sammy McBell said when he broke the news originally during international break that Raya would be coming into the team. So I do think that, we still have to hold our horses before we get too panicked about what this means for Ramsdale. I think a lot of people want it to mean something. They want to understand why. And it may just be the case that Ray is going to get a run of games. He may get 6 games or 7 games in a row, and then Ramsdale will come back into the side. Who knows? I'm guessing, but don't want to make any huge, claims with any sort of finality that like this is the end or anything like that. But from the outside looking in, I can see why the media are so desperate to make this into something because there's not a lot of drama at Arsenal right now and they need a little bit, right? So the starting lineup is Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, and Zinchenko. So that is the back line. That is our best back line. Not really talking about the goalkeeper, but just in terms of the defenders. Rice, Havertz, and Odegaard. So Arteta has opted to go for Havertz instead of Vieira, which is something that I anticipated. I think Havertz may have a better time in Europe because there's going to be more time and space. It's a slower game. So, and I always expected him to come back in at like sooner rather than later. And then Saka, Trossard, and Jesus, which is also the front line that I expected to see. Martinelli out, Trossard in. It's the most obvious and probably the most straightforward thing to do. Reece Nelson, I still think will get some playing time in this game. What I wanted to see was a strong lineup, win the game first, then rotate. Win the game first, then start to make changes. Don't go in with a weak lineup and then have to chase the game later. PSV are top of the league in the Eredivisie, and they've won all 4 of their games. So even though maybe we don't rate that league or whatever, they're coming to the Emirates with maximum confidence. And so I don't think Arsenal have any right to go in here with some super rotated lineup with, kids in it and a bunch of changes. We need to keep it as close to our starting 11 as possible, and then hopefully be able to like rotate a Zinchenko off. Like I would have started with Tomiyasu, but rotate Zinchenko out. Maybe take, Saka off, things like that. But win the game first and then start to rotate. That is how Arsenal should do it because you need to respect the competition for sure. I'm just going to go ahead and press this. You guys, I'm going to be looking over there because that is where my my stream is. It's on that side, so if I'm looking over there, it's because I'm trying to see the game. So there you go. John Donuts is saying, hey Jess, hello to you as well, John. And Wambu says Ramsdale needs to rest. I'm not sure goalkeepers actually need rest. Maybe a mental break Ramsdale needs. Maybe it's more of a mental thing than a physical thing because Ramsdale, goalkeepers don't really like need physical rest, but maybe it's just a little bit of hangover from last season. I think about just the lack of confidence coming from that position at the end of the season. There's a lot of players that were playing within themselves and were making mistakes that they don't characteristically make. And so maybe Ramsdale just needs a little time off. And now we have the opportunity to do so, because if you have Matt Turner, you can't do this. But if you have David Raya, you can take Ramsdale out and give him, a little bit of a rest. Mentally, I think is more important than physically for him. Just J says the goalkeeper copium. I feel for some of you guys. Boy says fascinating. He started Raya again. Can't see Ramsdale getting back into the team unless Raya gets injured in that case. Nashville says Ramsdale has a concussion dropped right on his head. All right. All right. Clincy says, I feel like Ramsdale should have started this one. He is one of the people that got us to Champions League. I kind of felt that way as well. Like, just almost like a nice thing to do. Not football is ruthless though. Football is ruthless. So, even though that's something that maybe the fans think about, I think Arteta's thinking about what is our best way of trying to win the game. And this is apparently what he went with. Diallo says Mikel is a ruthless bastard and I love him. Tears for Rambo. Yeah, I feel sorry for Ramsdale, but at the same time, I'm excited about David Raya because I do think he's a very, very good goalkeeper. And so it's going to be interesting, taking the Ramsdale side out of it for just a moment. How exciting is it to watch a goalkeeper like Raya in our team now? Like, his distribution is top notch. He has a different set of skills than Ramsdale, or maybe like a better set of skills when it comes to distribution. And so I am excited to see how he is, truly tested. If PSV do get better chances than Everton, how does he deal with that? How does he organize his back line? Does he command his box? I think there is a positive side to this where we can get excited about seeing Raya in the team, despite maybe feeling sorry for Ramsdale. I'm sure everybody loves, you don't have to go over it. We know everybody loves him, but we're going to watch a really good goalkeeper in between the sticks for Arsenal. Nashville says Ramsdale should be pissed. Mikel is doing the right thing for the team. Both things can be true. I really do think that, like, sometimes we get so wrapped up in like who are our favorites and we want our favorites to play or who we're comfortable with all the time. And so we start to not trust the process when it doesn't include our favorites. And I think trusting something is trust despite like you not getting exactly what you think is best. And so even though, I have favorites in the team, you guys know Odegaard is one of my favorites. Ben White is one of my favorites as well. Trossard is one of my favorites. If those players are not what their inclusion is not what's going to get us to where we want to go, then I want the best player in that position that we could possibly get, despite that being a favorite of mine. And I think there's going to be some difficult moments with Arsenal fans for this season in particular, because this is the first time that we're going to have some top players on the bench that are going to be able to take some of those favorites positions. And we just have to kind of like, as a cliche, like trust the process, Carol says, first watch along, let's go. Exactly. I'm super excited, you guys. I can't lie. Let me see if this stream is now like working. Let's see, watch now. I guess they're going to leave. Are they going to leave this on for just taking a little look and seeing? I don't think they have like a lead up or anything before, do they? They're just going to show me Real Madrid versus Union Berlin, I think, until our game comes on. So, yeah, I can just leave it on for now. Lionite, and that game is still 0-0, by the way, just in case you guys are wondering. Lionite said, I saw on the official team photo the difference in height between Ramsdale and Raya quite a bit. Raya is short. Raya is maybe 6 feet tall. And I think I read something about Inaki Kanya kind of preferring smaller goalkeepers because they're a little bit more agile and they can move better with the ball at their feet. It's a preference thing. I prefer the goalkeeper to take up as much space in that goal as possible. And so seeing a small goalkeeper does worry me just a little bit. But, I don't know the goalkeeper situation as well as Inaki Kanya or Mikel Arteta. So Rea was one of the best goalkeepers in the league last season. He was probably like fourth best statistically in that Brentford side. So maybe height is not as important as it used to be, like when you had giants in goal like Courtois and stuff like that. So I'm trying not to worry too much about how not big he is, you know what I mean? Because he is small. There is a height difference there though, for sure. DJ Polar says this CL is no joke. Union Berlin been great against Real Madrid. And I said this when the draw was coming up. I said, we need to avoid Union Berlin. And people are like, if we can't beat Union Berlin, we don't deserve to be in the Champions League. I don't care about that. I wanted as easy of like a draw as possible. And we got a favorable draw despite it still feeling quite difficult because these teams are Europa League level teams. Like it's a Europa League level, you know, um, draw, but there's no clear crap team, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think there's anybody that like we could fully rotate against and still win the game comfortably. And so, Union Berlin to me is a team that like very organized. They love being the underdog. They went to the Bernabeu. They don't look scared at all. And going to their ground is really difficult because it is not like if you've ever seen pictures or actually watched them like play at their ground, it is not a nice environment. And so I kind of wanted to avoid them. And now that I'm watching them play against Real Madrid, I'm happy that we did. Eric Toss says Rhea is the new number one. That's it. Faith and dark arts, maybe. Faith and arts. Sorry. Faith and arts says glad Trossard starts. Me too. I actually would not have been disappointed had Reece started either. I just, I think either one of them are great options. They offer different things. Reece Nelson offers you something a little bit closer to Martinelli in terms of style, but Trossard offers you a level of quality that's up there with the same level of quality as Martinelli. So I don't think you could go wrong with either one. Reece Nelson, maybe at this point, is probably better coming off of the bench, so it's fine. But, Trossard getting a run of games at this point, I think is so important for his confidence because when we talk about like high quality options in the squad, he probably tops my list as somebody that like when we rotate him in, the level of quality does not drop whatsoever. And so nurturing his confidence when he's on a high and making sure that he's ready to go when he's out for a couple of games is so important. So I'm excited to see how he plays today. He'll be playing most likely off of the left, but what I could see is Gabriel Jesus also swapping with Trossard and going out to the left-hand side because he can actually take players on. And so what you might see is something that we saw last season where Trossard comes central and Jesus goes to the left. And then you have that direct threat from Gabriel Jesus and Trossard, who operates better centrally, will be able to find those pockets and create from those positions. So I am really excited to watch Trossard play. You guys know Trossard is one of my favorites. So yeah, he's that guy for me. Nashville says first game Havertz has the right guys around him, sink or swim time, and he'll have Zinchenko behind him. He will have Trossard or Jesus in front of him. And so, yeah, this is a game where he has three creative players around him where he doesn't have to be like so focused on getting involved in build up or trying to be a creative force in his own right. I would love to see like combinations between him and Jesus and Trossard and them finding him in the space when he runs off of whoever is playing centrally. For me, it is an important game for Havertz because it's all set up for him to do well. Everybody around him will be able to create for him. All he has to do is seize the moment. He's at home. The atmosphere will be great, and he has Champions League experience. So there is no excuse, really, in my opinion, for him not to play well in this game. But if he doesn't, Fabio Vieira is going to come off of that bench and make things happen. Okay. Vamsey says, I miss Smith Rowe. Arteta clearly prefers Havertz over him. I feel like he will be transferred next summer. Some people I think were excited about, the idea of maybe Emile Smith Rowe playing in the Champions League. I think it was a very unlikely scenario that he wouldn't play the first 5 games in the Premier League and then come in for a start now in the Champions League. I still imagine maybe the first time that we'll see him if not for a substitute appearance, will be against Brentford in the cup. And if it's not, I think the writing is already on the wall, but I think that would pretty much seal it at that point. Because by the time we get to Brentford, some players will need a little bit of a rest. And if he can't get into the team then it's not a good look for him. But I do miss watching Emil Smith Rowe play because I do think he offers something different than everybody else in the team that also plays in that same position. But just the fact that Arteta went out there and bought Kai Havertz for 65 million pounds to play that position after he had already bought Fabio Vieira to also play in that position, after he already got Trossard that plays left wing and, can play right wing, and renewed Nelson that can also do those things. You don't consistently buy players to play in positions if you have, plans for a player that's already there. And it doesn't look good. That's all I'm going to say. It does not look good for Emil Smith Rowe right now, but things can change very quickly. You can have a couple of injuries, or, you never really know, or a substitute appearance can turn into something where it's like, oh, he really looks good. So he has to be ready to take an opportunity when it comes to him. I'm hoping to see him sooner rather than later for sure. Zach Tens is asking, are watch-alongs for She Knows Arsenal only for UCL? No, they're also going to be for any top 6 clashes. I'll probably add Newcastle in there as well, and all the cup games. So Carabao Cup, FA Cup, all of that. Just got to give myself a little bit of a break. So like Sheffield, yeah, I'm going to be sitting, chilling, watching that game without you guys watching me watch that game. So yeah, Champions League, the cups, and then top 6 clashes, and I'll probably include Newcastle, So yeah, and just to let you guys know, I'm not going to be able to hold my composure against Spurs. So just there. If you guys remember like the early days where I did a couple watch-alongs, you asked for these. I'm just giving you guys what you asked for. Graham says, I'm watching from Cape Town, South Africa. Amazing. Ramsey says, good luck just on today's game. I believe Arsenal will get the job done. 3-0 at home. From your mouth to the Arsenal gods' ears, okay? Like, I would love like a comfortable 3-0 win, but you can never take anybody lightly. All these teams come with their best. It's the Champions League. Nobody's afraid of anybody. And yeah, so we definitely need to be on our best. Emilio says Arteta's treating Ramsdale like bad. He is going to leave to Chelsea in January. I mean, I feel like that's pretty presumptuous to say 100% he'll be at Chelsea in January. But like we kind of spoke about when the initial Chelsea and Bayern Munich are monitoring the situation, is that I think 2 things can be true: that Ramsdale is not agitating for a move and is very motivated to try to compete with Raya for this position, and is open to the rotation of goalkeepers at Arsenal. But it could also be the case that if another club were to come knocking and offer him a clear number 1 spot, that he'd be interested in that. So, I don't want to make any definitive statements without seeing how things pan out in the next couple of games against Spurs, against Bournemouth, against Brentford, maybe another Champions League game, maybe Man City. If he doesn't come back in anytime soon, then yeah, I would agree with you that maybe that he is somebody that will leave, but Arsenal are not going to let him go in January. I'll tell you that right now. Diallo says Fabio is already ahead of ESR. He's way down the pecking order right now. It's peak for my boy ESR. It's a shame just because he's such a talented kid, but if he's not, he needs playing time in order to develop. And ESR for me is somebody that has stagnated. He was kind of on the same track as Saka, and then got that injury, and now him and Martinelli are really kind of far in terms of their development. They have a full season under their belts playing at the peak of their powers, and Emil Smith Rowe has kind of been sidelined for a full season. And so he needs playing time in order to develop. And if he can't get that at Arsenal, then you can't just hold him forever. So it's unfortunate. I really am feeling some type of way about it, just because from here on out, anybody that leaves or is not getting playing time, it's always going to feel a little bit more personal. It's going to hurt you a little bit more because we like everybody. So it's always going to hurt a little bit. The COVID infested Arsenal misfit says Saka is the last player that should be in this game, but for his assists, I would have given him a 4. I gave him a 5. I don't care what anybody says. Injury is becoming a problem. He needs rest. There was a bit of, data that had come out after, I think the English media had kind of put some headlines and articles out there around Saka having an Achilles injury. And then, some people gathered some data around, is Saka playing way more than anybody else that has the same level of status? So not necessarily age, but the same status. Rodri, Declan Rice, Salah, players like that, Bellingham, and he's playing the same amount of minutes as them. And so really, if we're talking about like somebody that's kind of like the face of Arsenal, the main guy, he's not really playing that many more minutes than anybody that would be expected to do so, like at the same level on another elite team. The issue is just like, I think we're worried about the performances that we're seeing and we're trying to connect the dots. It's like, well, that Achilles injury must be the reason why he's not maybe at the peak of his powers. But, I want to have a little bit of wiggle room here to maybe consider that Saka did not start off that well last season and came into form just after like October, and it was as good as he could be. So I don't want to worry about it too much. It is in the back of my mind, but there are other reasons why he may not be playing at the peak of his powers. It doesn't have to be the injury or the Achilles situation. So yeah, but I hear that. Like, I understand there is a level of anxiety around Bukayo Saka because we don't have any analog for him in the team. If he's not there, there's nobody similar to him. So we want to protect him as much as possible, which makes sense. Job says, what is your prediction for tonight's game, by the way? My prediction is 2-0 Arsenal. I need a clean sheet at home. Okay. And I'm hoping that maybe Raya is the difference. Arsenal have really struggled for clean sheets at home. And so a clean sheet is something that I think, we're due. And then a couple goals, I'll take a 2-0. I don't think we are clicking in terms of an attacking force just yet. So I'm not going to go like 4 or 5-0, but a clean 2-0, relatively comfortable is kind of what I'm thinking for tonight. Is Kim Kardashian there? Because that might change my prediction. Samuel says Ramsdale deserves to start! ! Diallo says, Jess, do you remember the reporter who said during the international break that Mikel was looking to drop Rambo? I thought it was made up, but he was spot on. This is the exact same journalist who said that Chelsea and Bayern Munich are monitoring Ramsdale's situation, but when he said that, people were saying that he was just lying. Sammy McBell is reliable. He was reliable when he was giving us information on the Rice saga. He's reliable now. Like it's like good news. It's reliable. Bad news, he's just lying. No. But he was spot on. And maybe Rhea is going to get a run of games now, So welcome to the conversation of Ramsdale versus Rhea for the next couple of weeks, because that's definitely what it's going to be. Lanesra says, you got to earn the right to play. Ramsdale has long been a liability. There's no loyalty in soccer. It's all about what you have done for me lately. And yeah, no, I hear that. And, I think about, Southampton and how 25 seconds in, he kind of chucked the ball into our own net during the run-in a game that should have been relatively straightforward for Arsenal. I just think about little moments where he may have, and this is me assuming, like, I don't know for sure, but I as a fan lost a little bit of faith in him in those moments. So I wonder if the coaching staff has also lost a little bit of faith in him and felt like they needed something else to ensure that Arsenal, the margins are just so fine to make sure that we take advantage of as much as possible. If the difference between, winning something and not, or being in a title race and being in a top 4 scrap is your goalkeeper, then you have to look at it. It is a ruthless game, but we've asked for so long for Arsenal to be ruthless. It's just difficult when they're being ruthless with somebody that you really like. That's what sucks. The Gooner66 Scorpio says, raining cats and dogs here in North London, 4-1 Arsenal. Come on, you Gooners. I remember sitting there during the Fulham game in the second row, and it was like sunny. And then all of a sudden it just went dark and cloudy, and I was soaked. So I do not, maybe I do envy a little bit, because if I had the choice between, going and not, but I also knew it was going to rain, but I would get in the front row, I would probably still take it because it's our first game back into the Champions League, but I would have definitely dressed differently. I didn't have a hood. I didn't have anything. And it was actually had this shirt that I had just bought, and I had to take it and put it over my head, and like, it just got soaked too. It was like really bad, but yeah, everybody's going to get soaked today. Nashville says, won't get 65 million for Ramsdale if he demands a transfer after being dropped. I feel like I can have the conversation around how much we should be looking for Ramsdale, but it's just, that is a conversation for after maybe 6, 7, 8 games, and he's not played a minute, but I get it. This is funny. Mikey says schoolgirl era. Oh, 100%. I was out there feeling like this is just the worst. Like, this is just the worst. Like, I'm actually feeling really pathetic here. Jess says Jesse says, I'm confident for tonight going for a 3-1. Do you think the Raya impact has affected Ramsdale now? There's real competition for the number 1 spot. We will not know whether or not it has affected Ramsdale until we see Ramsdale play again. That's the truth. There's going to be a lot of speculation, and there will be pressure for him the next time that we see him, because everybody will be like, ooh, is something wrong with Ramsdale? But we don't actually know. And some people will say that they know about all these issues, and Ramsdale's definitely thinking about leaving. But next time we watch him play, I think either he'll really go for it and he'll really be like the Ramsdale that we knew when we first bought him in the first season, or he could go full on Runnerson. And if that happens, that would be so devastating. Milan says, how can you earn playing time when you don't get the opportunity to play? Who are you speaking about specifically? John Donut says, Kai, please show the European DNA you have in the UCL for us, please. From your mouth to the Arsenal god's ears, okay? Edig Boyega says, I am sure Ramsdale will be playing against Spurs. The point is Raya is out, and we need to trust Arteta. Sentiments aside. Exactly. There's 188 of you guys in here, so make sure you guys are liking this video and subscribe to the channel. I know some of you guys will go on to watch the game after, when it actually starts. But for those of you guys who stay, like, that's amazing. Like, you guys will get to see me in all my glory, just a little bit of quick housekeeping. Player ratings are coming up immediately following the watch along, and that link is already pinned. So it's pinned to the comments, and it's also in the description. So if you want to go ahead and set your notification, a reminder, especially if you guys are going to go ahead and just watch the game, then you guys can come back for player ratings. And then also, like I said, on Patreon, the post-match podcast with James B, as well as the Tottenham watch-along, Tottenham post-match, and Tottenham rewatch, sorry. That is also coming up. So if you guys want to go ahead and become a patron, you guys can. You don't have to. There's always going to be free content here. But if you want to be able to see a little bit more of that and a tactical analysis of the game against Tottenham, which I'm sure we'll have a lot to dig into, then that will be on Patreon for sure. So yeah, just a little bit of housekeeping there. Let's see what you guys are saying. John H says, good to see Aronson playing for Union Berlin. Hopefully he becomes better for the U.S. men's national team. From an American standpoint, just going to speak a little bit about that. Aronson, yeah, he needs playing time. But today, Arsenal are going to be playing against some CONCACAF stars. Chucky Lozano, Mexican international, he's there. And then you also have Ricardo Pepi as well as Dest. I think also the fullback, I think his name is Long. And so there's quite a bit of like CONCACAF going on in this game. And so what I'm hoping is that they have bad games against us. Like, I'm sorry, I am like Arsenal first, US soccer second. But let's see who's actually starting. Lang is starting, and Dest is starting for them. Bakayoko, who I'm pretty sure is a good player, like he was supposed to leave and I think go to Forest, and he decided not to go and to stay and to terrorize us instead. But people have been telling me to watch out for him, so it'll be interesting to watch him play. And then they also have Bella Kotchap. You guys remember him from Southampton, a good center back. Des is not a good defender. He's creative and, he's nice on the ball. And, from Eredivisie standpoint, he's probably quite good. But he should be getting absolutely rinsed tonight. That is definitely an area that we should be able to take advantage of. Like we said, and Ricardo Pepi is on the bench and will probably end up coming on at some point because Luke de Jong is starting. He's somebody that terrorized us in the Europa League. So, but that was, I think, had a lot to do with the fact that we had Holding back there too. He just doesn't really deal well with the physical center forwards or whatever. So, we should be able to, if we can stop Beto and Dominic Calvert-Lewin and deal with Hoyland, okay, then we should be able to deal with him as well, especially with our first choice pairing. But I'm looking at this team and I'm thinking they have some threat, but it's nothing like when they had Gakpo and Xavi Simons. So we should win this game. We should win this game. Like, it should be relatively straightforward, but you never know with the Arsenal, do you? You never quite know. So yeah, let's see what you guys are saying. Eric Toss says Trussard will have Dest on toast. He should. Lee Cameron says, oh, Arsenal 0, PSV 1. Huh, funny. Hugo says Bakayoko is class. So yeah, people have been telling me about him. I haven't watched him yet. Need him to have a bad game today. But I will be watching. So yeah, the Cosmic Moth says Dest is a winger that cosplays as a fullback. The guy can't defend. It's nuts. Also, Malik Tillman, like you guys were saying, he's also playing. Lee Cameron says, what you don't understand is we have players in that dressing room who are absolute disgrace, who turn on the manager for nothing. Are you a Man United fan or what? Because you must be. Because, well, first of all, why aren't you paying attention to your watch-alongs and your games? Because you're playing Bayern, and I'd be fully focused on that. And you guys have players that are turning on the manager. So why are you bringing your negativity to us? We're just over here chilling. Hugo says, are you drinking yet? Might need something to calm my nerves. I have a little bit of a mimosa with no orange juice. Just a little bit of Prosecco there, just a tiny bit. Don't want to go too hard because I need to like not show my whole ass, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm excited for the game, but I don't want to be like overly stimulated, you know? Let's see. Faith is saying, I agree. Bakayoko is really good. So you guys are saying, which is cool. Nashville says over under on Jess F bombs in the first half. 14.5. I try to clean it up, but I'm just not good at it, you guys. Like, just allow me that little bit of joy where I just have my little F bombs here and there. You guys know I try, but that's just, I don't know. I curse like a sailor. I'm sorry. Mabanga Kira says, I don't think dropping Ramsdale is actually dropping, but more rotating. I think Raya needs some time versus Everton to prepare for this game. So Ramsdale starts in the North London Derby. Raya's Champions League. We all have like our opinions and our assumptions and like how we think this is going to work out. I'm just willing to see kind of how it goes, because right now it's uncomfortable because it's something that we're not really used to, but maybe it works to our benefit. All of the way that this has been presented is that it's like a totally negative situation. It may end up working for our benefit. So we just have to wait to see how things go. We have about Still about 25 minutes until the game actually starts. Real Madrid are still 0-0 with Union Berlin, and we're approaching the 90th minute, so I don't know what to say about that. This is why you have to be on your best. You can't take anybody lightly, because Real Madrid are heavy favorites for this game. They're at home and they have tons of talent out there. And Union Berlin is holding them to a 0-0 draw right now. And so yeah, we have to be at our best. There is no, oh, we get to just rotate, it's fine. Like, no. Gunny Gooner says, I am really happy Arteta is going with a strong squad in the CL, although the North London derby is on the horizon. We need to handle this if we want to go to the next level. And these are things that teams around us that we've thought have been, elite teams over the last couple of seasons while we've been kind of mediocre have been doing. Liverpool, Man City, Champions League group stages, they're able to win the game and then turn around and play in the Premier League at a high level. And Arsenal need to be able to do the same. We haven't been able to do it with the Europa League, but I actually think just as we haven't really taken Europa League seriously. But this lineup alone shows me how serious Arteta is about the Champions League. And I'm so happy to see that. And then you have to turn around in a couple of days and play your socks off in the North London derby. There will be a game. We have a game against Bournemouth. I think away from home, we have, a game against Brentford away from home. Those won't necessarily be super easy games, but you could rotate a little bit more in those. But you have to go really, really strong in this game and really, really strong in the North London derby. So no rest yet. But, it's the beginning of the season. So we shouldn't be worried about it. Hugo says, we'll be waiting for you to get clipped during watch along for meme material on Twitter. Hell yeah. I already know I'm going to get clipped up. I already know. Like, I've already come to the conclusion. I woke up this morning and I was just like, you're going to get clipped, girl, but I'm going to try to I'm not going to hold back just so nobody clips me. Like, the whole point of a watch along is for you to get like my true reaction to things. So I'm just going to be myself. So that also means I'm not going to overdo it either, because you can always tell when people are acting like in a watch along and it's actually really cringy and embarrassing for their life. Nashville says, my Ramsdale theory is Raya starts 70% of the games before Christmas. Ramsdale gives explosive podcast interview and he goes in January. Write it down. Let me find a pen. No, I'm just joking. But no, I don't want to think that. I want to think positive things, Nashville. Please. Please let me think positive. This is not going to blow up in our face. This is not going to blow up in our face. This is not going to blow up in our face. For real. Like, I cannot. C. Wilder says, full laptop frisbee wall made. No, I cannot. I will not be throwing anything. But yeah, like, I'm excited. I am a little bit nervous now that the game is getting closer and closer and closer. Seeing the lineup, feeling good about that. But yeah, Arsenal are back in the Champions League and it's a big deal. I know that, some people making fun, you guys haven't been here in 6 years, blah, blah, blah. But we are back. And so we should enjoy the moment. And I hope the players enjoy the moment too. Like, so many of our players have never played in the Champions League. So many of them. And so this will be new territory for them. The competition is different. Real Madrid 1-0. Real Madrid 1-0. Bellingham. Woo! I'm not gonna lie, he saved their ass. But wow. That was interesting. It was like a little ricochet and he was like the first one to it. Well done. Well done. By the way, I'm really, really, really happy for Bellingham. I think making that decision to go somewhere else, everybody's on side, making the decision to go somewhere else, apply his trade in a different league, not just go the Premier League route. He can go to when he's ready to come into Premier League, everybody will want him. But to be so good and go to Real Madrid and to perform the way that he's performing, he's writing his name in the history books. I'm telling you that right now. If he can stay fit, and they manage him properly, this guy is just sensational. I love watching him. But yeah, Real Madrid 1-0, 30 seconds to go. wow, like what a sensational end to that game. If it does end 1-0, which I assume it will, because Uni and Berlin are not going to score from here, I don't think. That was really fun to watch. DJ Polar says, wow. Hugo says, Jess raging like Lee Gunner. Hell no. Gunny Gunner says, wow, Bellingham just scored. Yeah, so exciting. Good for him. I'm really happy for him. I don't know him or anything, but I think you're a very evil person. You don't have like love in your heart if you don't feel some type of way about Jude Bellingham doing what he's doing right now, you know? John Donut says Bellingham, Arsenal 2027, Ozil, Odegaard next to him. Real Madrid midfield always finds themselves here. I hear you. That would be amazing. Who knows where Bellingham's career is going to take him, but in the short term, he's going straight to the top. That guy is insane. Nashville says Madrid's young midfield is insane. It is. I mean, Bellingham, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, that's sensational. That Arda Güler guy too, like he's not really a midfielder. He's more of like a creative attacker, whatever. But that guy's going to come back from his injury too, and he's really, really good. So they have a very young, talented team. Yeah, exciting times for them. Still want to avoid them at all costs, by the way. DJ Polar says from a corner routine as well. Arsenal handshake with Real Madrid, and Valverde as well. Yeah, corner routines are so underrated. I know people are like, "Oh, you're just scoring off of corners." I do think that you want to make sure that you can obviously score consistently from open play. But short corners, short corner routines, that's basically like just having possession at the corner, at the corner like of the pitch. So it's not like just hoofing it in and somebody headed it in the back of the net. It takes some real planning to get that right. And Nicholas Jover, by the way, has been a lot, like you could see his influence a lot more in the last couple of games than you did maybe at the back end of last season, but that could have just been the run in and the nerves and all of that, and Arsenal just not defending properly. Yeah. He's earning his keep right now. Kadwani says not impressed with Madrid. Here's the thing about Madrid is that like we have to also like take into consideration what's going on with Arsenal and then look at them and say, aren't they going through something quite similar? They had a pretty settled team and now they're looking to move in a much younger midfield. So they're moving pieces around in midfield. When you move pieces around in midfield and the players that are there now are so different than the players that were there before, that it's going to take time. They also have like injury to Vinny Jr. That is a significant injury to have. It's like your number one guy up front. No Benzema. And I still think they're missing maybe a fullback. They also had like a big injury to their number one goalkeeper. So, they're not firing on all cylinders, but I would not be surprised if halfway through the season they really kicked into gear when they get Vinny Jr. back and that midfield really starts to like meld together. So no, I don't think Real Madrid are playing as good as they possibly can, and they're not super impressive right now, but don't count them out because they got a lot of changes going on. But you know that if anybody knows how to win, it's Real Madrid, despite what they look like. John P says, I like that we went Madrid because now I do not have to hate him. Oh, you like that he went Madrid? Exactly. Seawalder says Liverpool must be muddily grumbling watching Bellingham roast for Real Madrid. I just think he didn't really want to go there. If I'm honest with you, I don't think he really wanted to go to Liverpool. I think once Real Madrid came into the picture, and that's also how they ended up getting a lower price too, because there was no bidding war. He told Dortmund, I want to go to Real Madrid, make it happen. And so he ended up costing less than Declan Rice and Caicedo and Enzo. And I think Liverpool, they had the money because they put a bid down for Caicedo that was like 100 million. So they had the money, but I think they were just probably told like he just prefers to go to Real Madrid. You're not going to go toe to toe. If he doesn't want to go to you, then it is what it is. And if Real Madrid does come calling, you'll go. Like it's an opportunity that very few players will turn down. So I just don't think Liverpool could really compete, and not to mention they're not in Champions League either. So Bellingham's not going to play any season of his life outside of Champions League. So yeah, I just think they just ended up not being the right opportunity for him. And you know, good, because we get to enjoy him, like you guys said. Alistair Ben says Bellingham is unreal, fantastic player. Him and Rice in midfield for England. If they can get the balance right in that midfield and push Bellingham forward, let Declan Rice be by himself. I know that it's scary, Gareth. I know it's scary not to have all the, this defensive solidity, but it's okay. Declan Rice has it covered. Bellingham, push him forward a little bit more and play fucking Madison or Foden or somebody in that 10 position or in that like more advanced 8. Like, just do it and watch it cook, man. Like, we want to see fun. And Bellingham he's just sensational. Like, he's the best young talent in the world, and what I like about him is that he's not overly like fancy, or the technical stuff is not like overdone. He's just a good player, and he just imposes himself on a game the way a star does. Samuel says if we finish top of the table, we won't see Madrid until the knockouts. Yeah, we need to finish top of the table and ensure that we avoid some of the harder teams until a little bit later. Walder says he's going to build an on-field relationship with Rice with England, which is positive for our chances with the future bid. Hope so. Emilio says, do you think Enzo Fernandez is better than Bellingham? If you look at the stats, Enzo is better in everything apart from goals. I think this is where, football fans have to use their own like brain a little bit, and stats aren't everything. I saw stats the other day that made it look like Eddie Nketiah was better than Ivan Toney, but we all know that Ivan Toney is better than Eddie Nketiah. So, and that's not like shade to Eddie, like in any way, shape, or form. It's just the truth. And so when I watch Enzo play, what I see is like a very good passer of the ball. I think that, playing a little bit deeper in like a deep line playmaker type of position for him is probably the best. So, like I can see that he's an excellent player, but he just does not influence a game and take over a game the way that Jude Bellingham does. And when you watch with your eyes, I think you can see that they're two different players, but I think Bellingham just about edges it because you just get a feeling with him, don't you? Still about 12 minutes until the game starts. I'm still trying to figure out why. Actually, let me go out of here because I know sometimes with Paramount, like they don't update these little like streams or whatever. But let's see where Enzo is in a couple of years, and let's see where Bellingham is in a couple of years. These are very early conversations when we start talking about who's the best, and these players haven't hit their prime. Let's see what their catalog looks like in the next couple of years. But I've always maintained that I think Enzo is a very, very good player. I don't care if he plays for Chelsea or not. I'm not going to lie. I think that guy is really, really good, and has the potential to be world class. So, there's no shade from me when it comes to Enzo. But when I watch Bellingham play, I can't look at anybody but him. And I think that says something. Let's see what it's saying. Yeah, this is us right here. Jay says Eric Ten Hag before the game today. Alphonso Davies isn't a great defender. Pellistri can match Davies with his dribbling. I'm sorry, but stop talking. Stop talking. He just needs to stop talking. Nashville says Potter for England would be a much better watch. It would be. It would be a much better watch for sure. Josh H says, I thought you were American, didn't want to talk U.S. men's national team, but gladly talk England. Wait, what do you mean? I am American. And I did talk about the U.S. men that are going to be playing against us today, I thought. What do you mean? C. Walder says Potter for... Oh, you mean like... No, Arsenal always comes first. Like, Arsenal will always come first for me. So, if a U.S. men's national team is playing, like players playing against us, I want them to have the worst game of their life against Arsenal. And And in terms of like talking England, it's only because there's Arsenal players that are on that team where it makes the conversation something that I feel like people want to talk about. And that I'll chip in with my 2 cents on. But I don't have like an issue with the US men's national team or anything like that. I just want them to have bad games against us. You know what I'm saying? One Nation says, do you think Arsenal should side Ivan Toney after his ban has ended? Potentially. I mean, I wouldn't like if he were the player that came in, I would not be upset. I would not be like, I would love that signing because I think he fits us very well. And he's a win now signing. I think him and Jesus together could be a really good partnership. I think them, one of them playing, the other one rotating, that could be also a really good balance there too. But there are other options that are more exciting and probably have a little bit more star quality than he does. So we'll wait and see. If we get to the January window and Arsenal are struggling to score goals, or we feel like we need a little bit of a boost, then yeah. But if we can wait to the summer and maybe go get somebody a little bit more with a little bit more star quality, and that is definitely going to be like one of the best strikers in the world, then maybe you go for him if you have the money. So there you go. Let's see. Jay says Enzo has won 4 games in 2023. A lot of that has to do with his team. But that is a good player. They're not even playing him in his correct position. I think Chelsea have this like desperation to play players in positions that they don't thrive in. He needs to be deeper in midfield, sitting next to a true DM. And that's not Caicedo either, because Caicedo is not actually a number 6. He's more of a number 8 as well. And so they just need to get the balance right. I think when Lavia comes in, things will look different for them. But yeah, there you go. Clock Orange says, Jess, predict the goal scores today. I'm going to go with Kai Havertz and Bukayo Saka. I said what I said. I said what I said. I said what I said. Alistair says, I'm really hoping Havertz can get a goal tonight. Him and the team need it. I agree. I agree. I think Kai Havertz getting a goal would really help his confidence. He needs it. And I would expect him to be able to score in this competition. It's going to be slower, more space for him and stuff like that. If I could give anybody a goal, it would be him. Because I really want it to work. Emilio says, do you think it's dangerous that Arsenal as a team getting to hype about do you think it's dangerous that Arsenal as a team are getting hyped too about Arsenal is back in the Champions League? I mean, Arteta talking over his head when it comes here. Like they never won it before. Like, do you think it's a bad idea that Arsenal are getting hyped about being back in the Champions League or being hyped because they're back in the Champions League? I don't know. I would just say like not truly understanding the question 100%. My feelings on being hyped about Champions League, being back in it is be humble. Remember that like more than half of the team has never stepped foot in this competition at all, and put your best foot forward and don't take anybody lightly. I don't think we're favorites to win it. I know some people early doors are saying that we're 4th favorites to win it. I don't think just because you're the 2nd best team in England, that means you're naturally like way higher than other people in this competition. Because teams like Atletico Madrid, teams like that, PSG, they play in this competition every single year, despite not winning it. Recently, or PSG ever. So for me, we don't have great European pedigree. I really want to be humble. I'm really not trying to get carried away with the idea that like, I know we're a really good team, but I've watched us play in Europe long enough to know that like this competition is nothing like the Premier League. So it cannot be applied in that way. Arsenal are very good, but please, 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 please take this competition seriously. Be humble and put your best foot forward, because we do not have any sort of wiggle room to be arrogant, because we don't have it. Like we're not there yet. So yeah. C. Wilder says TNT currently doing Rambo slow-mos. I haven't got the sound up, but they are defo pedaling. Yeah, no, we all know that this is going to be like a constant conversation about Ramsdale. So we just have to kind of hope that it doesn't bite us in the butt, Oh my gosh, it's happening. Okay, stop getting excited. Oh my gosh, look at it. Look at the Emirates. You guys. Oh my god. Look at it. Oh yeah, it's worth getting rained on, I think. It's worth getting rained on, don't you think? Oh, my heart. Oh. Yeah, it's worth getting rained on. Look at that. It's dark. Oh, you guys. We're back, baby. Okay, let me not get too excited, okay? Let me not get excited, okay? All right, Nashville, we'll see you in a little bit, okay? One Nation says as soon as Arsenal's Champions League group was drawn, people said it was the Europa League group, so Arsenal should be reasonably confident to qualify top of the group. Confident if we play as good as we possibly can. Still not an easy group. Sevilla is not an easy team to play. I don't care where they're at in their league. In Europe, they're not an easy team to play against. Lens, you guys will kill me for how I'm saying it. I don't care if they're in the relegation zone. They'll be difficult to play. Like, we just need to be serious. Like, we need to be serious. Like, we haven't really been here before or in a long time. So let's not get arrogant. Look at them. You guys, I am nervous. Like, my body is feeling some type of way. Like, it really is. Let me go ahead, and I kind of like the setup like this. I'm just going to leave it like this. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not, but I don't like my head being like the biggest thing on the screen. Because that's a lot. Samuel says, come on, let's go. Ooh-wee. Look at that, you guys. First of all, the green and blue European like kit thingy, like, that is nice. That looks good on our players. It really does. Like, the color combination is really, really good. I'm loving that a lot. I'm really am. That's a good color combo. If you guys are not aware, if you guys go on the color wheel and you do complementary colors, they're opposite each other on the color wheel. So red and green also go really well together, as well as like dark blue and red. So all of that really planned out very nicely. So yeah. See, Walter, the music is happening. Woo, the champions. Boo, 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 the champions. You guys, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Come on, Kai. Let's go. First goal. Let's go. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. Oh my gosh. It is raining hard AF. It is really raining. Gonna take a little sip. Don't. Missed my mouth. No bueno. Nocturnal Gunner, or Gunner, you're really rude. And I think this qualifies as like online abuse. And so I think I should just block you from the stream. How about that? All right, starting 11. That's a good 11. That is a very, very, very strong 11. Obviously, no Martinelli. I'm very sad for him that this is definitely the stage for him, and for him to miss our first Champions League game is sad, but Trossard has got something from it for us. I know he does. DNC says, I got goosebumps hearing the anthem again. You guys, and some people as Arsenal fans have never heard the Champions League anthem at our stadium. Like, it's a first time for so many people. I love that. I'm so happy for the people that are there, especially if this is the first time that they've ever heard it at the Arsenal ground. Diallo says, Jessica Black for Kate Abdo in 2025. We will be there. She's the queen, isn't she? She's the best in the business. And CBS are also the best in the business when it comes to like in-studio analysis and things like that. Yeah, everybody else needs to catch up, because they're way ahead. They are way ahead. Nocturnal Gunner says, need Odegaard first goal, need a goal from the skipper. Even Saka too, like anybody really. I really don't care who scores. I'm going to be really real with y'all. I don't care if it's their own goal. I just need a goal, man. Emilio says Musalia just scored after 30 seconds. No, he didn't. Don't lie to me. Please don't lie. Actually, let me pull up the other games too, so I can have them on the background just to see the goals. So yeah, let's see. Man, we are together with Morocco. Moment of silence. My nerves are through the roof. Now I'm really nervous. Now I'm regretting this. Now I'm regretting it. All right. Let's go, you guys. All right, so I'm going to start my clock soon. As soon as it starts on my stream, I'm going to start my clock here. Yeah. Getting into position here. Rhea, wow, he's really getting the first start. That's wild. I did not think that that was going to be the vibe, that he was going to start the first Champions League game. Come on, you guys. Be serious. Don't hurt me today. And we're off. Let's go. Oh, man. What? We got to start over. Shit. All right. Well, we'll try again. And we're off. We're off and running, guys. We're off and running. 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Yep. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Kai. Come on, Kai. Let's go. Ooh, Trossard. That was not good, honey. Relax. Oh, shit. Relax. Okay, just a little bit too much energy to start off with. Let's calm down and keep possession. Trossard just gave the ball away when he didn't have to there. So yeah. Let's see. Good. Okay, so PSV get the first shot of the game. I don't love that, you guys. Come on. We just need to settle down a little bit. It just felt like there was a little bit of like everybody was super excited when that ball was bouncing around. Like, let's relax. We got this. Like, no need to panic. No need to panic. We got a big switch of play here from Gabrielle. Nice one. Ben White. Let's go. Let's go. I think adjusting to that rain too, like the hard rain. It's going to be slippery out there. You know, it's going to be really important to keep possession and try to be good with it because, yeah, the ball could go anywhere. The ball can go anywhere. Odegaard has it. Let's go. Let's go. I can't breathe, y'all. It's only been 2 minutes. I can't breathe. Struggling. Come on, let's go. Let's get an early one. Early shot. Let's go. All right. Was that a corner or no? I feel like it went off of Saka, but I'm not sure. And that's that little move that we always have, that little pass into the run of Bukayo Saka that comes from Odegaard on that side. We haven't seen a lot of it just because, like, you know, teams have been triple teaming us on that side. But, you know, today I think we'll see quite a bit of it. So, yeah. Yeah, Odegaard does look up for it. Seawalder, you're right. But we just need to get an early goal. I think an early goal puts us in the right mind frame here. That's what we need. Come on, Kai, win that. Not feeling the fact that Bella Kotchap is there. I'm not going to lie. Not feeling that. because he's a good defender. He's a really good defender. Let's go. Let's win some second balls. Let's go. Yeah, just got to calm things down a little bit. You know, I can't hear the atmosphere, obviously, because I have the sound down, but I'm hoping that the Emirates is really loud and up for this because they're like the 12th, they're obviously 12th man, you know. We need as much as we can get for this game. Let's see, I'm just going to do that for a second. Rhea's standing on the ball. I cannot believe we started him. Good take from Gabriel Jesus there. That's what you get from him. He's good with his back to goal, and he does get you out of tight areas. That's not a good pass from William Saliba at all. And we're lucky that the ball is, you know, moving fast on the pitch, and that pass out to Bakayoko didn't actually get to him because they would have been in acres of space there. So again, like I'm seeing a little bit of sloppiness here early doors. We need to just calm things down. I didn't love that pass either from Zinchenko. I'll be really honest with you. Didn't love that pass either from Saliba. If everybody could just like stop trying to give the ball away, that would be great. Not loving us right now. I'll be really honest with you. Why are we so jittery? Why are we so jittery? You can see it. You can see that the players are a little nervous. Nocturnal Gunner says, I still think Tommy should have started. I agree. I think, you know, Zinchenko's great, but I just want to shut off the chance of that Bakayoko guy having all that space. So far, 5 minutes in, I need Arsenal to get their shit together. We should win that. We should have just won that. Why do they still have the ball? Good, Saka. Relax. Fuck, relax. Shit. Good. Oh. So that was a good ball from Martin Odegaard. But Jesus was off, I think. I don't know if Saka called him off or not, but yeah, we just need to calm down, relax. Calm down, relax. And I'm concerned about the second balls. We're not really close enough to each other to win them. That's good defending from Gabriel Jesus there. And we just need to calm down. So yeah. You know why they're shaky? They're shaky because they're nervous. Like, we're nervous. It's very clear that we're nervous. We got a lot of players that have never been here before, and so they just need to kind of get some passes together, you know, keep a little bit of possession here and just relax. Nothing to worry about. Good using your body there, Saka. Not sure about that challenge, but, you know, we don't usually get those. And we're good. Good Saliba. Good Saliba. Good Saliba. What's going on here? That was a good recovery from Saliba. It just discouraged the PSV player from even trying to run up against him because Saliba is like physically dominated. So yeah. So yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going here. Let's see. Come on, Sacks. Come on, Sacks. Come on, Sacks. Come on. Come on, Sacks. Yeah! 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 Yes! Yes! Woo! Yes! 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 That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Saka. Saka gets our first goal of Champions League. Back in Champions League. It's almost like it was scripted. It's almost like it was scripted. That is so funny. Because it's almost like we knew it. It's almost like we knew it. Man. Good shot from Odegaard, keeping it low, and then the goalkeeper makes a mess out of it, and Saka's there to clean it up. I don't care how it happens. I just wanted it in the back of the net. They could have kicked it in the back of their own net, and I wouldn't have cared because we just needed the goal. Okay. 1-0. Let's go. But it's almost as if it was scripted, you guys. Almost as if it was scripted. We need another. Let's go. Let's go get another one. Let's put this game out of their reach. Don't let them back in it. That was your fault. I don't know why their goalkeeper is yelling at them. He's the one who made a mess out of it. He's in full Mustafi mode. Oh, God. You guys don't concede right after, okay? Good, Rhea. Good, Rhea. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hugo says, need a Havertz goal now. Definitely. Just need to see more from him. I'll be really honest with you. I just need to see him do something. John Donuts, just simple. Yes. Hugo says, Starboy. Just as Jay said, it had to be. Nocturnal Gunner. I cannot say nocturnal. I'm sorry. I love it. Matt G says, Starboy. Steve Wilder says, have it. And yeah. John Donut says, first goal back in UCL by Saka, beautiful. And they said we couldn't call him world class until he played in the Champions League. Well, he's playing in Champions League and he scored a goal, so he's world class. Suck on that. So go, Saka, go. That should be 2-0. That should have been 2-0, guys. Come on. Come on, get out of each other's way. That should have been 2-0, y'all. How is that not 2-0, y'all? Those are the ones you got to put away. That was a great, great ball from come on! That was a great ball by Ben. Great ball. Great ball. Wilsey says, get in. Come on, you Gunners. And let's just calm things down a little bit, have a little bit of possession, let's do our thing. I want to feel like they're completely out of this shit. Like, for real. Oh, Jesus, close. You almost had that. You almost had that. I saw that. Win it! Come on, they're fucking up back there. Good. Okay. Shit. Come on, you guys. Oh, shit. Good, Ben. Oh, God, I'm scared. I'm really scared. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Is it handball? Is it? What do we think? I don't know. Zinchenko looked a little worried about it. They are looking at it. Fuck. Yeah. It's going to be a penalty. That's a handball. Nah, Zinni, your arm was out. Your arm was out, man. I mean, it shouldn't be because, like, it shouldn't be a check. It shouldn't be they didn't call it. It shouldn't be because, but I'm glad that they didn't give it. Come on! Where's the press, Kai? Kai's getting easily bypassed there. Like, I need him to, like, get involved. Shit. I'm getting frustrated. Come on. Oh, fuck me. The stress level is through the roof. We got a little bit of confusion here where we're just nowhere near them when they're popping the ball around. It's strange. Stop dangling legs. Good. I'm nervous. Come on. Good, Ben. Okay, why are we on the ropes? Come on, relax. You guys are gonna make me like have a heart attack. So there's something off about the midfield, that's for sure. Like we're trying to press, but our press is off for some reason. You can just see that like it's a little off. The trigger's off, and then PSV players are finding themselves in very open positions everywhere. So, yeah. Hugo, I kind of agree with you. I think if that's in the Premier League, Zinni gets called for that. But that's because we're in the mode now of like a handball is basically any time that it hits your hand and you're in the box. So yeah. Um, yeah. Zinchenko gets away with that in terms of like in the Premier League, that is definitely getting called. 100%. We need a second goal, you guys. I'm not. What is Kai doing in there, man? I'm not going to focus on him. I'm not going to focus on him. I'm not going to focus on him. C. Wilder says, "Laugh out loud, Jess. Please wear a heart rate monitor and pin out the output on the screen." Y'all don't want to see that, you guys. I am so nervous. Like, and because I don't like the way that they're playing is not giving me confident vibes. It's giving me like we're so nervous. Like, how about we just pass the ball around? Nocturnal says it got called yesterday. I think you're talking about like PSG. Yeah, it did. So he did get away with one, I think, but here we go. Jay says we look scattered and panicky. We do. Was that out? Yeah, see, let's not get silly. Let's not get silly now. So yeah. But the problem that we have is that we don't really have a problem right now. It's just we need to calm down, and teams are not sitting off of us like they do in the Prem and allowing us to pop it around and sitting in a deep block. PSV are confident, they're pressing us, and so we need to fuck, y'all. Come on. Back there, I'm scared. We need to just find our passes. Good, Kai. Good. Good, Kai. That was good. Did you mean to do that? Looked like an accident, man. Pass it. Come on, Trossi. Come on, Trossi. Come on, Trossi. Let's go, Trossi. Come on, Trossi. I think Trossard should take a touch there. Get closer in, and then do a cutback instead of like that kind of like loopy cross, because that's not Jesus. Like he's not, it was too floaty. There was no speed on it. So yeah, I would say I need Trossard to like take another touch and get in there. Hugo says, Zinni too cocky. Yeah, with that little like, oh, it's out. Don't do that. See, and this is the difference between the Premier League. Do you see how quickly they were in on our goal? It's so open. It's so open. It's so different than the Premier League. And this is why, I think you've seen Pep go for more athletes, especially at the back, and play more direct, because it's a direct game in Europe. It's a direct game in Europe. It's different. Saliba, honey, pass the ball. You're gonna lose it. Shit. Y'all gonna give me a Come on. Come on. Come on, y'all. Let's get another goal. Let's go. I need one. Y'all scaring me. Shoot, man. Come on, Trossard. Come on, Trossard. Ah! Why is this camera on? I thought the goalkeeper fucked it up again, and I was like, we're in. He did. Y'all, I'm about to turn this camera off. I'm done. Just win it, Kai. Why didn't he just get it? You guys, what are we doing? What are we doing? Come on. For real. Come on! Saka. Trossi! Yes! Trossi! Is that a Saka assist? Let me just watch this again. Do you mean to tell me that Saka has a goal and an assist in his first game in the Champions League? World class. Calling it now. That is great, Trossard. That's what Trossard's really good at. That's what he's really good at, y'all. Matt G says, let's go. Alistair Ben says, Trossi. Wilsey says, ha. Nocturnal says, let's go. John Donut says, Trossard. There's a bunch of Trossards in here. Let's get another one, baby. Let's get another one. Carol says, we cooking. Nocturnal says, goal and an assist. Yeah, I'm loving this. Let's get another one. Like, let's get, you guys, there's 81 of you guys in here, which is amazing. Make sure you guys are liking the video, subscribe to the channel, and put world class in the chat for Bukayo Saka, because they said we could not call him world class until he's playing in the Champions League. And, you know, now he is. Let's go. And you damn right I'm tweeting it. Oh, Kai, unlucky. Yeah, I'm tweeting it. Because I kind of was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, you can't really call him world class unless he's playing the Champions League. Well, he's doing it now. Oh, yeah, update my score. Thank you, Java. I forgot about it. In all my, like, happiness, I forgot about it. This is actually going all right. We need that Kai goal, Dean. We need that Kai goal. I think that would really set us off. And I think winning this game, hopefully we win it relatively easily, will knock off some of the nerves of like, this is our first Champions League game, which you could kind of see in those first couple of minutes was definitely there. But the game is different in Europe. You can just see it. Teams are not sitting back on us. They're doing the most. Like, yeah. Fuck. That was almost so good, Trossi. Come on. By the way, y'all, these uniforms, like this kit smashes. Like it, Zinni. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Aw, how did that ricochet to him? Where's the ball? Oh, God. Oh, yes. This is a Tamiyasu game. I'm just saying. And that's exactly why. We just need to keep it. As people are saying, you were behind. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind, but that's always what happens. But this is why I said that this is a Tamiyasu game. It's ugly out there. It's end to end. It's a lot less. We have a lot less control than we do in the Premier League. I just think this is a game for Tommy, and not Zinni. And I feel like, Jesus, you should score. Good save from the goalkeeper, though. Oof. And I feel justified in saying that now because I'm not really feeling what I'm seeing from Zinni. He's a little arrogant right now. He's getting on the ball, he's losing it, and that Bakayoko guy is on his neck, So yeah, I would love to see Tommy come on at some point, in the near future. Yeah. So let's see what's going on in the other games. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yes. Let's go, Trossi. Let's go, Trossi. They can't see you, Trossi. They cannot see you, Trossi. Maybe they can. Ooh. Fuck. That's it. Come on, keep going. Stop kissing in the rain and fucking shoot. Okay. So 27th minute in the Bayern United game, it's 0-0. Benfica have a red card and are 1-0 down against RB Salzburg. Braga and Napoli are at 0-0. We're winning 2-0. Sevilla and Lens are drawn 1-1. And Real Sociedad and Inter, or actually Real Sociedad is up 1-0 on Inter. That's probably a really good game. Let's see who scored. Kubo. No, somebody else. Yeah. Oh, Gabrielle, Gabriella, come on. Just get one more, and the game is fin. It's done. If we score one more. Hugo says Jesus should be on a brace. Yeah, he needs to go ahead and score a goal. Because he's had great chances. Lenesra says, why can't I just watch the Arsenal game on Paramount Plus? This Galazzo show is effing annoying. You can't watch it? That's where I'm watching it, on Paramount Plus. You should be able to watch it. It's weird that you can't. Maybe go out of the app and come back in, because that's what I had to do. I went out and came back in and then pressed on the Arsenal PSV and it came up. That's what I would do. Alistair Ben says, get another goal and take Zinni and Saka off for me. I agree. Hearing Bayern 1-0. Nocturnal says Jesus and Trusty bromance. I mean, they were in the rain, hugging on each other and stuff. I'm like, just put the ball in the back of the net, y'all. Come on, relax. Ooh, get off, Gabrielle. Oh, Zinni, you're scaring me, man. We need another. That's for sure. 2-0 is that shitty ass scoreline I don't like. No, we don't have a good relationship with lately or last season. I don't like us doing this. Just pass. Good ball, Rhea. Good take, Ben, but just pass it. Why is this boy wide open? Good anticipation, Saliba. Now just keep it for a minute. Why are we opting not to keep any sort of possession? We're getting caught up in the basketball game. We're up 2-0. Just pass it. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Just pass it, y'all. It's fine. Just pass. My nerves are out of control. Let's go, Trusty baby. Let's go. Oh, I don't know about this. Ooh, nice pass. Ooh, almost. Don't foul. He's out there and oh, Jesus. Oh, you tried. He tried. No. Yeah, I'm not good at watching the game. I told y'all that. I told y'all that. I told y'all that. I'm not good at watching. No. I get so nervous and everything just feels off. All right. Let's go, guys. We need to get that third goal. It's so serious. We need to get it. Ooh, Declan, get rid of it. Good. Oh, come on. The left-hand side is still a little like, you know, but it's because we keep changing people over there, clearly. So, yeah. They're showing Ramsdale. I don't need to see Ramsdale right now. I'm scared. Yes. Wide. Oh, yeah. Steve Wilder says TNT camera on Rambo for 10 seconds during open play. I'm just like, it's fine. They're desperate to make it a thing. Nocturnal says, I'm hearing it's an Onana mistake. Oh, na, 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 na. Ooh, na, 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 na. Boy says, we're bopping it around. We were for a minute. C says, Jess is doing a watch along. It's been a minute since you've done one. And after today, I may not do another. No, I will. But this is just not, I'm just not good at watching. So, yeah. Boy says, I like that PSV are pressing us and that they can actually play ball. I think this is going to be good for the Tottenham game for sure, because I don't think Tottenham are going to sit down. I think they're going to try to press us and unsettle us. And up until this point, we've only played teams that have elected not to play football against us. And so we have to get used to having the ball, being under pressure, and working through it. So, yeah. And defending. So, ooh. Yeah, see, the one problem that it's not a problem, but the one thing is that, you know, I think they've seen that Ben is not the best in open spaces and defending 1v1 in those wide areas. And so they just keep going down that side, overloading that side, isolating on that side. And they're getting quite a bit of joy from it. So I expect a lot of teams to do that. Unfortunately, it's not that you know, Ben White's not good. It's just every player has a weakness, and that's his weakness. He would be the perfect player if he could do that as well. So, Boy says Rhea is so good. My God. Yeah, I mean, he's doing a good job so far. He is. Not encouraging them at all. Alistair Ben says, I love Ramsdale, but Rhea looks so solid. I think he is going to give Arteta a big headache. I agree. And I think that's what Arteta wanted. He wanted a really good goalkeeper. He didn't go for another number 2. He went for somebody that's clear number 1. And very, very good. Saliba. That's not a foul or nothing. Get up. Odie, give it up. I like what I'm seeing from Saliba defensively right now. And I like that him and Gabriel, for players that they say that don't like the physical game, like to knock people around too. So, yeah. All right, you guys. Get that third goal, man. Scoreline is not my favorite. Oh no, no. What's the name? Oh no, no. What's the name? What's the name? Oh no, no. What's the name? All right. We are popping it around a little bit more, which is good. But that third goal, it feels like if we want to score, we can. Like defensively, they're not the best. Oh, Rhea finally made a mistake. So yeah. John Donut says we got to kill PSV, not literally, of course. Yeah, I hear you. Boy says the way I see it, these UCL games will keep us sharp for when we play actual footballing team like City or Liverpool. Yeah, it's different. It's just a different vibe altogether. Like, it's not as physical, but it's definitely end to end. Teams are willing to play you. Oh man, unlucky, Rice. So yeah, it's a different challenge, which is probably good for us. We don't need to play the same type of teams all the time. And we're going to come up against, like you said, more teams that are going to be willing to play us a little bit more in these next couple of games. So we need to know what we're doing. We need that third goal. Please. Oh man. So yeah. So just to FYI, obviously during halftime, we'll chat for. I didn't like that. I didn't like what I just saw there from Rice and Saliba. Halftime, we'll chat for a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna go like take care of some business, if you know what I mean, and come back for the second half. So I'll be missing for like a couple seconds, but then I'll be back. So don't leave. Come on, y'all. See, and this is, I don't want to jinx it, but this is where I criticize Arsenal a little bit, is just like we get 2-0 up and then we start to do silly stuff and get a little complacent, and we need to kill them off. The third goal means that the game is pretty much done. We can start rotating. But at 2-0, you still have to be really concentrated. I don't like that. It feels like we're not. Maybe I'm just nervous, but yeah, I'm seeing sloppiness that I don't love. Who'd that come off of? Yeah, clearly came off of us. Clearly came off of us. Willsey says plenty of time for the third. We just need to make sure we stay solid at the back. Stay solid at the back. Don't give away silly, passes at the back. Just concentrate. Like at 2-0, you should still be concentrating. Like the whole game, you should be concentrating. But 3-0 is really where you can start to relax a little bit more. 2-0, nah. You should still be very, 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 very alert. That was a good header by Bella Kotchap. It was over that guy's head, which is great. So let's see what we do from here. Let's see what we do from here. 2-0 up in the 36th minute. 36th minute. I've liked a lot of the things that we've seen. We could be sharper in other things. And the weather is not great, and I know that's a part to, it has a part to play. Come on, just pass it. Great ball, Gabby. Come on, Trossard, touch that shit. No, yeah. Get out of his way. Fuck yeah. The fuck I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah. The cross from Trossi? Let's fucking go. Is he off? Is he on? You guys would know by now. But, I mean, right foot, left foot cross. What do you want? Because Trossard has given it to you. That's a great finish by Jesus. I mean, that's why he's in the team. He's just a sweet hit. It's a sweet hit. It's a sweet hit. No Odegaard. He's not going to pass it to you there. I'm glad everybody wants the ball, but yeah. He's not passing it to you there. Look at Arteta. Look at Arteta. That's funny. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Crass says Jesus. Matt G says banger. John says, what a banger. Alistair Ben, tons of happy faces. C. Walder says, 3 things now. Will Z says, really exciting. Yes. Hugo says, Jesus walks with us, or Jesus walks with us. Roman says, we definitely have our Arsenal back. And we got that 3rd goal, which was super important. Now get into halftime with the clean sheet intact. That is the next part of this. And I would just say, maybe 55th minute, I would say halftime, but I don't think Arteta will make it. He'll make it at halftime, but Zinni off, Saka off, and maybe after a couple more minutes, take maybe Havertz off, or maybe leave him on. I don't know. Good, Kai! Oh, that's not a foul. At least he got stuck in. Fuck off, ref. So, yeah, but I would love to see Zinni come off and Saka come off for sure. C. Wilder says, I think Havertz will do 90. It might do him well. It might do him well to stay on for the 90 minutes, get a little bit of confidence. He's playing, I don't know, Havertz really, woofa. Good. Yeah. Great claim. Great claim. But yeah, I would say, I wouldn't mind if Havertz stayed on. Ooh, what we doing? But definitely Zinni and Saka off. Zinni. Come on. Yeah. But like somebody already said, like our first ref, he just pushed Jesus into the touchline. Ref. Clown. But all of our front 3 have scored. Really nice goals too. I mean, Saka's was a rebound, but who gives a fuck? Like, it was nice. That's almost it. But yeah, we're playing well, and 7 shots on target. They've had 2. They've had 8 attempts, but only 2 have been on target. And Reyes looked very assured and very confident back there. He hasn't encouraged them in any way. And besides like some of the shaky passing early on, we've been good. Not perfect, but it's our first game back in the Champions League. A lot of these players have never played in this competition before, so I think they'll get better as time goes on. Linestra says, first time watching a game with you, I must say that you are way more entertaining than those blokes over at AFTV. Plus, you are better to look at. Keep it up. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's really nice. I'm just being me. That's all I can say. Good. This ref is getting on my nerves. This ref is getting on my nerves. Let's see. Ben's like, what was there? Oh no, that is a yellow. Ooh, Ben. Well, see, now we have to be careful with Ben, and maybe you bring Tommy on and put him on that side, but I want Zinni off. I mean, you could, but see, I don't like changing both. I don't like changing both fullbacks, so I don't like changing both fullbacks. So idealistically, you want to be able to take Zinni off, but now you may want to take Ben off, and putting Tommy and Kivior on, I feel like might unsettle us just a little bit too much, but maybe you do, because Zinni is not going to be able to play a full 90. Maybe he's not. Maybe Tommy is going to start against Spurs because they want to stop the threat of Kulusevski. so maybe Zinni can play the whole game today, but I think we need to start looking at Ben because not that I think Ben's having a bad game, but he is getting a little barbecued on that side. They have definitely said that's the side we're going at. Alistair says, and Man U are down by 2 goals. I mean, yeah, they're in like a bit of a crisis. So it's already hard to beat Bayern at their place, like on a good day. And if you're in crisis, it's going to be even harder, Crispy says cheeky from Ben White. Think you need to take him off. Nocturnal says not Ben getting the first yellow. Robin says, hi, Jess. You're hot. Thanks. And I hope you do more live matches. You will get even better views to watch along with you. Thank you so much. You guys are really nice. But yeah, we're about a minute away from halftime. And I just want to see that clean sheet. That's what I need now. Don't get turned, Zinni. Don't get turned. Don't get turned. Don't get turned. Yeah, keep him in front of you. Fuck. See, they're doing these little 1-2s around us in these wide areas. And I'm not feeling it. That's a good ball. Yeah. Tommy on, please. Tommy on, please. Please. I need it. Yeah. Not liking what I'm seeing in wide areas. Are you going to go get it? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Saliba just let the ball go, and I didn't know if Ben was going to go get it or not. So I got worried. All right. Feeling good. 2 minutes of stoppage time. It's not bad. It's not bad. Not great, but let's keep going. It is raining cats and dogs out there. Yeah. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Which I'm sure they're kind of like used to, but not this bad. This is bad rain. This is bad rain. Come on. Good. See, I like how Rice just got in front of him and didn't even let him get there. I like that about him. Vamc says our fullbacks aren't fullbacking today. No, they're not. Samuel says Ben White is dirty, man. Carol says Benny seems a bit off. Wilsey said how much extra time? It's only like another minute, but it was 2 minutes. So yeah. Good. That was good. Nashville says this was a fun team to watch. Where has this progressive passing been? Well, there wasn't the space to do so. Now, if you could just pass that ball, Ben. If you could just come on, Ben. Ben is getting he just needs to pass, man. He just needed to pass that, I think. He took good defending by Gabrielle there. The space, like I was saying, Nashville, the space hasn't been there. And so on the other end, the other team is getting a lot of space to do things, and we're stopping them well with Gabrielle and Saliba and Rice. But the thing that they have to contend with is the fact that with space for us, we're kind of hurting them quite a bit. So yeah. C. Walter says, whose Ponzi millionaire hairdo looks the shittiest in the rain? I don't know. I have to take a look. But everybody looks okay. So let's talk about this a little bit before I take like a small little break. 3-0. Oh yeah. Sorry, I never updated that. I'm sorry, you guys. I keep forgetting. We got a lot going on here. So 3-0. So you guys, a really good half from Arsenal, all things considered. The weather is not very good. And I think that is affecting our playing. And then we were a little shaky. Like the first 5 minutes, you could definitely tell that there was some nerves there, some jitters. But getting that first goal early on, I think was super important to like calm things down. We're the home team. We're going to dominate them. And from that minute further, like we looked really a lot more dominant. I think Our front three has looked really, really good. Plus Odegaard. Front three plus Odegaard and Trossard, Jesus, and Saka have been very good. All three are on the score sheet. Saka also has an assist, and Trossard also has an assist. So that front three we know has goals in it, has the creativity, and Martin Odegaard with a lot more room is really influential in this game. Rice is doing a good job with Saliba and Gabriel in stopping their attacks. They're getting very little joy. They had 2 shots on target, eight opportunities, but only 2 were on target. And Rhea was also not encouraging them with any sort of like silly passing or, giving them a rebound that they don't deserve or being shaky, like claiming the ball. He just looked very assured and calm, cool, and collected. Where I think that we need to improve is in the fullback areas. I think Zinchenko and White are struggling a little bit with the combinations in space out wide between their fullback and their winger. Ben White is getting, kind of barbecued on that side quite a bit by Dest and whoever is on that side with them, and then Bakayoko and whoever is on the side with on Zinchenko. So I just feel like, Ben White is on a yellow and Zinchenko, I'm not sure that he's having like his best game. So maybe you want to make some changes there. Maybe just start off with Ben and move Tomiyasu over there, or maybe just either one. But the last thing you want is for Ben White to get a red card, which would be super unnecessary. And he just looks like he's at this point where he kind of has to let them go, and they are kind of getting by him quite easily already. So maybe you look at Ben first, bring Tomiyasu on for him, and then see if you can bring Kivior in for like the last 20 minutes for Zinchenko. We should still be way ahead. We're 3-0 up. We should be under no trouble whatsoever in the second half. And then the only other thing that I would say that I'm looking for a little bit more from is Kai Havertz. I think he was trying to get stuck in, but ultimately, like, maybe it's something that I have to relook at or rewatch. But I don't feel like I've seen enough from him. And he has all the creativity around him in Zinchenko and Trossard and Jesus. So I feel like he should be getting a little bit more joy, but he hasn't really been involved in amongst it from what I've seen. So fullbacks, we need to make some changes there to make sure that we don't put ourselves in jeopardy when we don't need to be. And just, Kai Havertz just needs to be more involved, and that's it. Oh, Gnabry, yes. Once a gunner, always a gunner, yeah. Boom! Bam! United. No, so yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking here. Reese says City and Arsenal only hope for English side in the Champions League. United are shite. They're in crisis mode right now. Don Arsenal TV says Havertz is hiding. D Brown says off the ball he's okay, on the ball he's horrendous. What happened to his touch? Samuel says Saka should rest. Nelson can take care of it. Ola Donkey says, good run from Ben, but he's not sharp today with a yellow over his head. I think he needs to come off. At first, I was saying it has to be Zinchenko, but now I'm saying because of the yellow card and because they're getting by him quite easily on that side, it kind of, I think Ben needs to go ahead and come off. We don't need an unnecessary red card in a game where we're cruising. Marco says, I hope Spurs play like PSV this weekend if they think they can play toe-to-toe with us like that. This is why teams don't open up against us. And I think, it's something that maybe we don't always consider when we talk about whether or not we're struggling to score goals. When you have 11 men behind the ball and you have to deal with these small spaces and people doubling up on your wingers and Odegaard, it's more difficult. And so you have to be more patient. It takes more time. In this circumstance, obviously, when it's more open, you have to defend quite a bit more and stop them from scoring. But on the other end, they have to contend with a very good, like 4 or 5 really good attackers coming at them that could absolutely destroy them. Saka in space, Martinelli in space, Trossard and Jesus with time and space is just something that you don't want to see. Odegaard with space. And so, I think that this is kind of what the Spurs game is going to be like. If I think they're going to be a lot more open and try to take the game to us. So defensively, we have to be on it. I think the Spurs game is also a Tomiyasu game. So, Tomiyasu maybe comes in and stops Kulusevski, and then we just attack from there. I'm excited for that game. I'm really excited for that game. John P says Spurs young left back loves attacking. Saka might kill him. That's an area that we'll be able to hopefully exploit, is their fullback being adventurous on that side, and then Arsenal going on the other end. It's going to be an open game, a much more open game. And games, Tottenham and Arsenal, because of the history and all that kind of stuff, always end up being entertaining games. They're very seldom like boring. Frank says, agree with Boy. He's been decent. So Boy was saying that Havertz has been decent. He would have to be Maradona for you, man. I didn't say he was awful. I want to see more from him. I do. I guess my expectations of a player in midfield that's more of an attacking midfielder is to get on the ball and make things happen. And he's leaving me wanting a little bit, so he hasn't been terrible, but I don't think he's been one of our better performers. I just want to see a little bit more from him. But yeah, you guys, we're 3-0 up. I'm going to take a really, really quick break. Really, really quick break, and I'll be back for the second half. Make sure you guys are liking the video and subscribing to the channel and setting your notifications. If you're going to go back and watch the second half, set your notification now for player ratings. That's going to happen right after the game ends. The link is already pinned in the chat, and it's also in the description. So yeah, just give me like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. I was running too. Just only to see that it's still halftime. I could have taken my time a little bit, like a little bit more, but it is what it is. I love spending time with you guys. You see. Now, what do you guys want to see for the second half? Is there somebody else that you want to see get some minutes? Any shouts for Emil, Fabio, Tommy, Kiwi, any of those players, because we're 3-0 up, and what we don't want to do is go lax and then start giving up unnecessary goals. But you also want to see us like slightly rotate a little bit. I think in the second half, like I was saying before, I want to see Tomiyasu come in for either one of Zinchenko or Ben White, to be honest. I think, neither of them are having like the worst game. Is Ramsdale coming on? What's happening? Is Ramsdale coming on? Hold on. I don't know. They're just showing Ramsdale fiddling around with some tape. He's not coming on, right? Okay. Because I was like, let's not get crazy now. We'll need to change the goalkeeper mid-game. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, would definitely maybe love to see Fabio come on for a little bit. Some people, Nocturnal Gunner is saying, Emil, I hear ya. And also with the camera is just on him, Pepe. I would imagine we would see him, right? At some point, especially since they're, Lucas De Jong is not really doing that much. Dale says, please already challenging the football gods. Alistair says, need some more goals would be good to put in a real statement. Nashville says, Kiwi for Zinchenko, Tommy for White. Yeah, I think that's definitely something I would like to see. It looks like Ben is coming back on. And it's a little bit of a risk because Ben kind of has to let them go a little bit. They're already going by him with their 2v1s against him on that side. So they're having quite a bit of joy. And so he's not going to be able to pull them back or have any like of those tactical fouls anymore. So yeah, I would love for us not to risk him, but Ben is smart enough, and he also has Saliba on that side, and Rice can cover too. So let's see how this goes. I want to see some early changes, though. I'll be honest. Kadwani says, this Rhea guy is ice cold. I fear for Rambo. I mean, next time Rambo gets a chance, he needs to be the Rambo that we knew when he was trying to take Leno's spot. I mean, he has fallen away from that, and so I want to be fair to him and say, like, obviously he's a really good goalkeeper, and, he hasn't been terrible, but he hasn't been at his best. And kind of opened up a little opportunity for somebody to come in and make their case. Yeah. All right, guys, we are. I forgot my. Oh no, there it is. I'm gonna change my. See, I'm sorry, you guys. This is my first watch along in a long time, so I didn't do this right. Let's see. Let's change this. Let's change this and start it again. PSV on the attack. What am I seeing? He's rolling around on the ground, looking for a foul. Referee should know better. I'm just trying to fix this. This is as good as it's going to get. Y'all will forgive me. That's not actually the time. It's close. It's close enough. We're a couple seconds behind here. But yeah, we have to be very, very careful here and not give up an early goal and encourage them. These guys are looking for fouls. Pathetic. Get up. Jeez. Stop fouling or falling on the ground and asking for fouls. That is, they went down like already twice in the second half, and it's annoying. How about you stay on your feet? How about that? All right. Deal with it. Good, Saliba. Perfect. Yeah. You're due a card. Yeah. You're due. Yeah. Clear foul. And a yellow. Bad foul, too. Ooh. Let's see. Let's keep going. Oh, wow. Hoyland scored. Interesting. I don't know what this means. So, yeah. Well, Hoyland is a good player, so, you know. So, yeah. All right. Let's keep going, y'all. So it's 2-1 in the Man United game. So that will definitely boost them a little bit. Sometimes you just need good young players to just kind of get you through a game. And that's probably what Hoyland is going to do for them. All right. Let's go. I want this to be as boring as possible. That's what I want. The thing about Bayern, too, is obviously they're still a really good team, but they're nowhere near the team that they were like, a couple years ago. So, it's not out of the realm of possibility that Man United could get a draw. It's just, it all depends on, if they could just keep Bayern out. Nah, Jesus, you should hit that first time. That's your second goal there. That's good defending from Rice. The referee calling that is a joke. That's not even a foul. Like, is he serious? And this is why that pass from Odegaard is the reason why teams don't come out against us. That's the exact reason why they don't come out against us, is because you give Odegaard that type of time, he will absolutely kill you. Okay. No. Ben, no. He mistimes that and he's off. I really think we need to be smart about White right now. Because if he mistimes that, he's off. So I don't really understand why we're risking it right now. So if we could go ahead and get Tommy on, that'd be great. Good Kai. That was a good take from him in midfield. I still can't believe they called that a foul on Rice. That didn't make any sense to me. Come on. The referee seems to be calling a lot of stuff on like us, but not anything on them. It's weird. Oh, Ben. Good. No, pass. Okay. Getting a little too intricate in and around the box. Just shoot. Great entry pass there from Gabrielle. Couldn't control it, but it was a good entry pass from him. His passing has actually been really good today. Gabriel, his distribution has been nice. Odegaard with the puck. Don't give the ball away. Alistair is saying that Ben White is playing good going forward. It's not like he's having a bad game. It's not like he's having a bad game. Ben White. It's just they found a way to isolate him on that side and they kept going at him and he got that yellow card. And so I'm just looking for maybe Arsenal to be a little bit proactive in this situation. But going forward, he has been good. Like Ben is having a decent game. It's just, sometimes it's other teams get to be decent. Other teams get to be good at times too. Man, now I kind of want, obviously I want to see more goals, but I actually would love for this game to just be over. You know what I mean? Because now I'm just like, okay, we got our goals. Let's be done. Let's see. What else is going on in the world of Champions League? Just looking. Good. That's good from Trossi and Zinchenko on that side. Winning that ball back. Love it. Love it. My timeline is in disarray. So my timeline isn't going to tell me anything. So let's just go to the actual page. Get rid of it. Good. Good, Kai. He's doing all right. He's doing all right. Oh, Bayern are up 3-0 or 3-1 now. I'm hearing Kane Penn. That should be on your bingo card. Oh, I'm scared. Good, Rhea. Good. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a fourth goal. Let's go ahead and get that fourth one. Let's go do it. Let's go get that fourth one. See, now I wish I would have opened up like another bottle because this was just like the end of one. But nah, I don't need to be hammered, like come on. Let's be profesh, So yeah. We look relatively comfortable in this half, I would imagine we should be. We're 3-0 up and, we're defending well and doing our thing. We just need to not encourage them. That's all. That's good. Ooh, that's good, Odegaard. That's good. Yes. Let's go. Oh, Trossi's on this side now. No, too far. Oh, Trossard. What is that? All right. I'll let it go. You already have a goal and an assist. And yeah, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Let's go. Let's go. If we could get Kai a fucking goal, that would be amazing. Let's start teeing him up. Start teeing him up. Let's go. Relax. I think you're off. Yeah, Trossard. That's not bad play though from Jesus. There on the, and that's what Jesus gives you. I know that people always complain about him not being clinical, and he's not clinical. Like he really isn't. And so I'm not gonna lie to you and say that he is. But what he gives you is that fluidity up front and allows everybody to be creative, move spots, and he unlocks a lot of the front players. So I love what Jesus gives us. I do. That's my thing. He's just Jesus. What I'll say about him is and I want people to actually listen to me when I say it, because I know I don't like these two words should not be thrown around very lightly, but he is a world-class player. He's just not a world-class striker or finisher. So as a player, if you throw him in your team, he's going to give you world-class play, like he just is. But when you have the number 9 on your back, you have to be clinical. And that's the only thing that he doesn't have, which stops him from being in certain conversations. But he's a world-class player. Get Declan was kicking the ball and you just threw your leg out there. He was passing the ball, you dummy. How is Declan like okay, get real. He's kicking the ball, you're sliding in. Grow up. Like, honestly, yes, Declan. Yes. Get in his face. Yes. Get in. That, like, come on. He's kicking the ball, you're sliding in. Where's he supposed to put his foot? Where's he supposed to put his foot? Fuck off. See, I like that from Declan. Now we calm our brains down and go back to the game. That's such bullshit. Like, come on, bro. What is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? The fact that this conversation is going on long. Oh, yeah. Reese is coming on now. Let's go. And Tommy, yes, we're being smart. We're being smart. Yes. Come on. Oh, Trossi, baby. I don't know. I think Saka should come off. And I think Ben should come off. We're being smart, but not with the right players. They're gonna go crazy for Saka staying on. I think what Arteta is basically telling you guys is like, he ain't getting a rest, so stop asking. You know, he's not getting a rest, so stop asking. Tommy on for Zinchenko is smart. It is smart because Zinchenko is a 60-minute player at most. So, yeah, there you go. See, Wilder says, lip reading says, Rice says, shut up, mate. I love that because he was just whining for no reason. Nocturnal says, Reese on for Trossi. That's a fine sub. And I think it also just comes down to the fact that, like, we spoke about this the other day. There's a reason why Tomiyasu plays left center back for Japan and he plays, like, primarily covers for left back for us. He's better on the left. And, you know, so it makes sense for him to come on for Zinchenko and maybe less for Ben. And then also Reese is much better on the left too than he is on the right. We need reinforcements. Well, we tried to get a reinforcement on the right hand side in Timber, so it's not like Arsenal didn't try. We're unfortunate there, but in terms of right wing, we need to get somebody that can step in for Sacks. That's true. All right. No more sloppiness. You're scaring me. Good claim. Again, by Raya. But yeah, we need reinforcement on the right-hand side. I would take Kubo. That's probably my number one choice. I really like Kubo and Real Sociedad. I would like that. Pedro Neto can also play on the right. I know he's playing on the left for Wolves primarily, but he's left-footed. So for Arsenal, he would play on the right-hand side and cut in like Saka does. And he can cover both sides. So either one of those, I think, would be good pickups for Arsenal. Kubo or Pedro Neto, because we need somebody on that right-hand side to push Saka too. Like, he needs competition just like everybody else. And he cannot be expected to play every single game all the time. But whoever comes in has to be willing to fight Saka for a position. And I think a lot of people would say, nah, I'm all right. All right. Yeah. C. Wilder says, oof, control from Saka. Namesmith says, Rice is not Michael Owen. So yeah, loving this. Good Sacks. Saka's really good at that. Good little bit of control there from Reese. Let's see if he can find the pass. Good. Keep possession. Keep it safe. No need to cause any alarms. I am I'm excited for the Spurs game, but I'm actually regretting telling you guys I was going to do that watch along because see how I'm acting now? It's going to be even worse for that game. But I already said I would do it, so there you go. I saw what you were trying to do, Odie. I saw what you're trying to do. We're doing good in this game. Shoot. Low key. One, Kai should shoot, but two, he's got robbed of an assist there. Yeah, he was just robbed. He was. That's great strength by Reese Peace. That's great strength by Reese piece. And then Kai, that's a really good little chippy ball. And Jesus, like the angle wasn't great for him, but low key robbed Kai of an assist. But also I think he should shoot there and be a little bit selfish. I wouldn't mind that at this stage. Good, Tommy. Good, Kai. It's weird because Kai does something and it's like I forget him, you know? And it's like I almost want to say Xhaka, but it's not Xhaka, obviously. So I think you should shoot there though. C. Wilder says all the nicknames. Yeah, of course. Sax, Gabby Jesus, Trossi, Reese, Zinni, Deckers. Kai is just Kai. Odie. I just call Ben. And Saliba, Gabrielle's Gabrielle. But almost everybody has one, especially up top. Nocturnal says he should shoot. I agree. Nashville says good play by Reese. Tough to find a Brazilian. Ooh. Tough to find a Brazilian who can body players like that in the final third. Reese Nelson, the Brazilian. I'll never forget when they called him the Brazilian. I was like, what? Why? Number 24. Does anybody know why Reese always uses the butterfly as like his little sign? I never knew why, but I mean, it fits him. But I always wondered why he used like the butterfly as like his little sign. I wonder why. Nocturnal says, answer this question, but lie to me if it's not the answer I want. Do we see a meal or no? No, we don't. 5 games, no minutes, and then you're coming in ahead of Vieira in the Champions League game for one of Odegaard or Kai. I don't see it. He could probably get some minutes right now, but there's something there. Arteta doesn't trust him. Something. So, girl, I don't lie. Nashville says they are hockey announcers. Every reference for goals was a hockey term that game. Exactly. Because that was a preseason game. You're right. I forgot about that. That was a preseason game, and the announcers were awful. And you can tell, like, it's in America, like if you announce soccer games, you probably do announce like everything else. And so your references are off. Ooh, Saliba. Ooh, good. Ooh, Saliba. But yeah, his analogies were off, and he thought Nelson was a Brazilian. So everybody on our team is not Brazilian. We only have 3. Although there was a time where I thought almost all of our team would end up being Brazilian. Like when we went for Rafinha, I was like, ooh, I like this. But now our team is more English than anything. So there you go. C. Walter says, how can Emil not be on the pitch? Chucky Lozano and what's his name? Malik Tillman are both coming on right now. Let's keep them quiet as well. But I don't know. Emil is just not getting playing time right now. Boy says not going to see ESR. I don't think we will. And that's unfortunate. Even though I make jokes, obviously, with some of my friends about Emil because they love him so much, and I poke at them a little bit. It is unfortunate not to see, Emil Smith-Rowe getting minutes. He's Hale End. He was a big part of this project when it first started, and yeah, you just never want to see anybody not getting playing time that you like. But everybody can't play, so yeah. I'm loving this half. I know that people are probably wanting more goals. I'm content with us stopping them from attacking and just keeping the ball. That's fine for me. I'll be really real with y'all. That is okay for me. And these are the moments where I kind of wish I had somebody working for me or something, because I need to make the thumbnail for player ratings. Ooh, do the right thing. Good. But I also need to watch the game and talk to you guys. So yeah, it's a little, I'm doing a lot at once. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm like watching and I'm also trying to get the all of this stuff together as well. So be nice to me. But yeah, I'm happy for this. Emil! Emil, he is coming on. Oh my God, from the dead. Look at that. Look at. Hey. Can you believe it? Okay, wait, hold on. Let us not concede right now. Good. All right, so now, oh, that's amazing. I'm happy. And I'm happy for everybody that's like a huge Emil person too, because I thought you guys were going to jump off of a cliff soon. Seriously. Like for real. You guys are not going to make it. You are not going to make it. Not going to make it. All right. Defending this corner. Didn't defend it that well. Good. They suck. All right. But everybody, Emil Smith-Rowe is coming on the pitch. And so is Fabio Vieira. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Jesus had a great game today. He had a really good game today. Proud of him. Deserved probably more goals, but that's kind of the deal with Gabriel Jesus. It's he always probably should have scored more goals, but his overall game is just so good that you're just like, whatever. Excellent player. Would not entertain selling him anytime soon. I've seen that floating around. Blasphemy. Absolute blasphemy. Saka also going to get a much deserved and needed rest so people can stop crying about it. Like I said, you guys, I'm literally just doing the thumbnail. So if you guys see me looking down, it's because I'm just trying to get it done real quick so I can keep talking to y'all. You guys are seeing me work in real time. All right, let's see what Emil's got for us. Oh, good defending. Because I thought, come on. Come on, y'all. Let's not let them back into this game. No encouragements whatsoever. None. Clean sheet. Clean sheet. That's what Rhea deserves. Oh, I'm scared. Don't touch him. God, they're kicking our ankles. Bastards. Come on, Kai! Oh, I think you should go yourself, buddy. Oh, Emil. It's not a good pass. But you're rusty. Good, Emil! Take a shot, buddy. Yes! Odie! Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you guys see that? Oh my God. Odie! He hit that. He hit that. And ESR was involved. He was involved. Golasso. Arsenal are moving me. Cross says my captain. Brian says, oh. John says, W goal. Carol says, oi. I am done. That was so nice. The whole move in the left half space that created that room for Odegaard and the run from Kai. Also, did you guys see Kai? Did you guys see Kai? It's so funny. Kai, whenever we score, he does this. Like, you guys see, he goes, that's it. That's all you're getting from him. I love that. I love that. Alistair says, started with Kai and Smith-Rowe. It did. Yeah, that moved me. That moved me. That was oof. I love Odegaard so much, you guys. Seriously. He's unreal, man. So yeah, now I'm just looking for a thumbnail picture. I'm just telling you guys how the work goes. you know? And you guys are seeing me work live. So there you go. Now let's keep this clean sheet. Let's keep this clean sheet. Let's keep this clean sheet. I'm going to stop repeating stuff, y'all. Allow me. All right, let's go, Vieira. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, Reese Peace. I want 5. I want 5. I want 5. A Reese Piece goal would be nice. But also still Kai. Still, I would like to see a Kai goal. I can't even update this thumbnail and put it up there now because the score could be anything from here now. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. All right. Let's go, you guys. I'm proud, man. I'm gassed. I am gassed. And Emil's out there. That's, you guys. We're back in the champs. We're back in the champs. I'm back in the champs. I was so happy, you guys. Oh my gosh, you guys keep saying, can you update the score? Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. This is part of the programming where I tell you guys I'm hungry. Starving. Kai's had a really good second half. I'll say that, like, yeah, his movement and stuff's really good in the second half, and he did start the OD goal. I thought he should have went himself, but he was unselfish, which was good. So ended up being the right thing. So good for him. Yes, Reese. Come on, Emil. Oh, I'm loving that hail end side on that side. It's giving me life. It's giving me life. Look at how many, like, technicians. Oh, Bear, come on. I thought Vieira was going to do something. Oh, Kai, man. Did y'all see Vieira? Let's go. Y'all see Vieira? What's my guy, man? People said we were not good. Oh, happy day. Don't forget, you guys, player ratings immediately following the game. The link is pinned in the chat, and it's also at the top of the description box. So we're going to go through all the players, give them scores, all that kind of stuff. And I'd love for you guys to be there. So join and celebrate this victory, because, I mean, what a game. I can't wait to rewatch this. We're definitely doing a rewatch for this one. We have to. We have to. Hit that shit. Great ball. Oh, almost. Gabrielle, you know you could have got there. You knew you could have got there. Oh, Georgie, let's go. So this is what I was talking about. Is Jorginho should come in now to finish the game off. And people are saying you should have started this game, win the game first, and then rotate. Not like I don't think we could have won this game with Jorginho from the start. But as you guys saw from the very beginning, it was like a basketball game. It was end to end. There was a lot of, like, space, and Jorginho really needs the game to be a lot more condensed. And so I am glad that we went with a stronger team to start, and then now we get a chance to rotate and really enjoy. The game has been managed and from start to finish, starting with the starting lineup perfectly by Mikel Arteta and the coaching team. C. Walder says Rice 8s all the time, every time. Willsey says, it's been so long since I felt this CL high. I love it. So much better than the fucking Europa League. That thing is dead. That thing is dead, man. Let's keep this clean sheet. Let's keep this clean sheet. Let's keep this clean sheet. Gabrielle, what are you doing? Get up. Get up. You can't be hurt. Stretch it out. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I am loving it. I'm so happy, y'all. I know you guys are happy too. Thank you guys for coming on this journey with me. It has been a joy. You guys are so much fun. I just love this team. It's so nice, so fun. Good. Reese piece. Reese piece. That's it. That's it, Reese. I like that. Big fan. Gotta close some of these windows. Are you a person that has like a million tabs up? I am that person. I never close tabs, so I'm trying to close them now. Random question, I know, but you're either a all tabs open person or an all tabs down type of person, really clean and like organized. I'm not that person. Let's go. Let's close this game out. Good flick, Kai. That's it. Ooh, almost. So now we're finishing up the game with, where's everybody playing? It's Reese and Kai and Vieira up top, correct? Take it. That's right, Gabrielle. That's right. Yes. Give him a card. Give him a card. Give him a card. That's right, Gabrielle. Show him. He ain't shit. Let's go. So Kai and Fabio Vieira and Reese Nelson up top, and Jorginho, Emile Smith-Rowe, and Odegaard in midfield. Interesting. Interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's go. Let's get another one. 5 sounds good to me. Hey! Give him a freaking card. Punk. Look at this shit. They're mad. Now they're mad. Thank you so much for your super chat. Gunner in the CDN Rockies says, based on this, I think Kai should just play in cup competitions. That's interesting. I mean, he has looked a little bit more comfortable, especially in the second half. So, you know, maybe that is something that we'll see more of him. But also, I just think he needs more time. But I think he is going to be maybe more effective in the early stages of this like Champions League, because it is slower. There is more space where we get like no time, like whatsoever in the Premier League. It's tight. People are on us. So yeah. But thank you so much for your super chat. I super appreciate it. Alistair Ben says, I still don't think Arsenal have played to full potential. We are not playing at full pace. No, and that's a good thing. I still don't see what, like, we're not at our highest. Like, we're not, you know, we're definitely not. We're kind of winning this game by playing professionally, you know, defending well, making sure we don't encourage them, and then finishing our chances. And I don't want it to go unnoticed that our front line has looked better today. And that's not because Eddie is not a good player. It's because we need the fluid front three. That's the way that we play. And it's no surprise that we have looked better with Jesus in the side. No surprise. So yeah. Martin says, Jesse, it's so dramatic. I am dramatic, you guys. Like, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Like, I am so dramatic. And every time they get the ball, I think they're gonna score. Every time we get the ball, I think we're gonna score. That's how I watch games. Oh, Emile robbed. Oh, Emile. If Emile would have got a goal, people would have been in tears, man. As they should. That's so good, Saliba. Get in. That's so good. Yes. I'm loving what I'm seeing. The second half has been so good. Ben! I love that. And laugh out loud. CDN is Canadian. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I didn't even know I did not know what that was. I was looking at it. I was like, I should know what this is, but I don't. Canada. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Krass says US men's national team player Malik Tillman with the yellow. Yeah. He does not need to be kicking Georgie in the ankle like that. But they've been frustrated. Like, this is a team that's playing with a lot of confidence. You know, they're top of their league. They've won all 4 of their games, and they've come to the Emirates and completely gotten their pants pulled down by a much better team. And so, you know what it's like. You know what it's like. It's frustrating, you know. So I'm not surprised that they're kicking at us and stuff now, but they need to be given cards for it. You know, that's the only thing. So yeah, you guys, I'm gassed, as you can tell. As you can tell, I am absolutely gassed. You guys have been so much fun. Thank you so much for joining me on this. Obviously, I'll get better over time at like changing the what's it called? Changing the little things and you know, changing the scores but I'm not gonna act different. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like, I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm not gonna act different, but I will get better at like managing the stuff. Brian says, "How close is El Neni for returning? I want to see Mohammed and Jesus on the pitch at the same time." I mean, by all accounts, he looks close. Like, he's in training, so he'll probably be back in the squad soon, like fully in it. Ooh, Reese, it's okay. Saliba's eating them up. Saliba's eating them up. They're gonna be so mad. They're gonna see him in their nightmares, man. Saliba's eating them alive. He's killing them. They can't even get past him. Okay, Vieira, past that. It's nice to see a really technical team that can also do the physical side of the game. You know, I love balance, and so it's all good and well and fine having technicians, but you still need to be able to close the back door and defend, and you still need a little bit of physicality and pace. And we've definitely done that. We have really a really nice balance in this team now, of all the ingredients. So I'm really happy with that. There was a time where we played like this, like from an attack standpoint, maybe even more fluid, more one touch. But I mean, when I talk about open at the back, we couldn't defend. We could not defend. And it was distressing and it was disheartening. So I like that Arteta's trying to get that balance right. We look like our old selves today, which is nice. And this is the exact reason why people don't open up against us. Great run, Reese. Great run. Fabio, you were never getting that. But great run by Reese. Reese is so direct, which is one of his superpowers, you know, being direct up against defenders 1v1 and being willing to take them on every single time. A lot of, you know, wingers can't do that. And so Reese is a nice little weapon to have for sure. And he's gotten a lot stronger because he's hard to knock off the ball. So yeah. Oh, that's all right, Kai. That's all right, Kai. That's all right. People are leaving. I'm surprised by that. I mean, I know we're up, so, you know, you kind of know what the score is going to be, but I kind of wouldn't leave. I'd love to see like the play, maybe because it's raining, but you know, that's just me. Stay to the end. Brian says we haven't had a quartet in the back like this since Cole, Campbell, Torrey, and Abui. Yeah. We haven't prioritized defensive solidity for a while at Arsenal, and so it's really nice to see that we have like Saliba, Rice, Gabriel, White, Tommy. You know, I would add Zinchenko in there, but you guys know the vibes. Like, Zinchenko is not really a defender back there, you know. And it just helps us out so much, you know, so we can play the way that we want to play and be able to shut the back door. That is so important. Couple minutes until we do the player ratings. So like I said, make sure you guys are tuned in for that. Link is pinned and it's also in my stomach is growling, man. It's also in the description. Kai Havertz is being pulled back. Yeah, give me yellow. Give me yellow. Give me yellow. That's right. Good job. That's right. Dirty shooting, whoever you are. Whoever you are, we don't know you. We don't know you. I've loved this game. I have loved this game. I love it. So good. I'm starving like Marvin. Okay, I'm not going to say it again, I promise. And we'll just manage this game all the way out. Good game from Arsenal. Really. Can anybody give me the score of the Man United Bayern game for me? I'd really appreciate it. I can't look at it right now because I'm doing like 20 things at once. If anybody would be like so kind and just tell me what the score is for that, I would greatly appreciate it. I would love you forever. Let's check. Let's see what you guys are saying. Ooh, 3U Man United. Oh, they're winning? Wow. Man United are actually winning. Oh, no. Bayern are winning. Alistair Ben said Man U 3-2. I was like, damn, they're actually winning the game? Damn. Boy says Kane got a penalty to make it 3 for Bayern, and then Man United came back and scored a second goal. Who scored their second goal? See, that's the thing. It's Bayern are good. Man United do have some, how do I want to say this? They have enough quality in their team where they can hurt you if you're not careful. So yeah. And Casemiro scored their second. Cool. He always comes up with something. So as long as they lose, that's fine. But I mean, that's a narrow loss if they lose. So, they'll probably walk away. I don't want to say happy, but maybe not devastated by that. 4-2, never mind. Now it's not that narrow. Now it's not that narrow. So they're letting everything in. Oh, Pepe's coming in for a couple of seconds. Ricardo Pepe, interesting thing about him is he scored 6 goals in his last 6 U.S. men's national team appearances. I think that was a horrible, horrible, horrible call from Greg Berhalter not to bring him for the World Cup. He's a very talented player. So Pepe, 6 goals in 6, and also scoring for his club team. And then also now Bellingham scoring in his last 2 matches for the U.S. men's national team and scoring for his club team. Proper battle there for the number 9 short for the U.S. So I'm excited to see how it unfolds. But really, you can't go wrong if you have more than one option. You really can't go wrong. 2 options like that. Pepe is a very good player. I'm glad he left. What is it, Augsburg? That move didn't suit him. It's a relegation side that was always going to be like under siege. So I'm really happy that he's at a place where he can thrive. And U.S. players tend to do pretty well in the Eredivisie, so I'm happy for him. So yeah, just setting up things for the stream in a minute, you guys. I'm still watching the game, I promise. So yeah. We've defended so good. I really want this clean sheet. Let's not give them anything. Let's not give them anything, please. Ben. Ben is hilarious. I'll say that. 4, PSV. We have been so good today. For real. So good. Arsenal. I am so happy. And now they can't force the that Ramsdale Rhea stuff either, because it's not really a conversation, is it? Because we're winning, and that's all that matters. If we're winning, then they can suck it. So, because I know that they're waiting for the first game where we don't win so they can make it. That's the reason why we're not winning. But, by all accounts, it seems like things are fine, so nothing to stress about, nothing to worry about. Like, get over yourself. Ray has been really good today. He's going to get a really good rating. For sure. And I'm interested to see who your guys' man of the match is, because there's so many different people that you could choose. I already have somebody in mind. But I'm sure you guys have somebody in mind as well. I've so enjoyed this, you guys. Thank you guys so much for asking for watch-alongs, because this has been really, really fun. You guys have been awesome. Let's see if we can score one more. Odegaard's been like excellent today. Look at that ball from Rhea, you guys. That's why he's in the team, isn't it? That's why he's in the team. Man, that's why he's in the team. That was an excellent ball. Good, Kai. That's right. Get in. Come on, Beer. Come on. Oh, man, that was a good little move, but now we're going backwards. Good. All right, you guys. That is the end of the stream. You guys go ahead and jump over to the player ratings. I'm going to start in just a second. I've really enjoyed this stream. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Top notch. You guys performed just as well as Arsenal today. I look forward to seeing you guys on player ratings. Remember, the link is pinned in the chat as well as in the description. Love y'all. See you guys in a minute. Bye, guys.